Okay. Oh yeah, I need to set up the chat thing, of course. There we go. And an update because reasons. What's new? I don't care. Also reading some stuff on Discord. Give me a few. Hey Nigel. Yeah, the loop worked. Let's see if everything is working properly though. Bartosz! What's up? Not much. Some fireworks is up. And you? And for the people already watching, me and Celeste are working together on a particle pack. And it's doing things like this. It's still in the child state. It needs to add a lot of new content, but we're getting to the point where we can actually have visuals. And there are quite a few funny things in that blueprint. Let's see. I think it's on the fire. Let's set the delay to 0.25 or so. And here we go. And it just keeps going and going and going. We can even go even worse. Let's say 0.1. And if this all freezes, then apologies, but boom. I think that's the whole array already. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna put up some mild music because I like some music when working. Oh. There we go. Can I please move this over there? Let's put on some, not too bothered, some music that might not be constantly muted. Let's see. I recently purchased some new music. Let's try that. Okay, and that might not be everybody's thing, but I like it. And somebody's following, donating, I'm not sure. I'm not seeing my OBS at the moment. I should be receiving an email. I think Nigel just donated. Right, Nigel? You did? If so, you are awesome. I love you. I cannot press that button, Bartosz. I need to paste it in. I cannot even copy it through Restream, I think. Oh, I can. Give me a few seconds. Thank you, Nigel. Really appreciate it. .com/question mark, right? Or like this. Ah, that one, yeah. It's really cool. The thing is, I might not be able to play this thing I've listened to it before, Bartosz. It's really, really cool. Really well done. Speaking of 8-bit-ish chiptune stuff. There you go. Anamanaguchi. If it's too quiet, then tell me. If it's too loud, tell me as well. Let's start with this song because it's one of my favorites. Okay, I'm doing very boring stuff at the moment. I'm making multiple particles for this thing. I basically combined them all in this one particle system for now. So I need to extract a lot of them, duplicate them, and delete stuff. That's most of the things I need to do this time, today. So it will be quite a boring-ish stream. I suggest you to ask questions about particles or materials if you have them, and I might be able to reply to them. If not, I'm just gonna drag and drop a lot of material things. Okay, I also need to duplicate this one more time and call it backup. So I always have one left if I mess something up. Cancel. Do not save that. Yeah. I actually want this one to not have that double spark thing, so I'm gonna remove those. There. I'm also gonna delete all these. And that's the basic one we actually need. Obviously, once it's done, people can easily change color in the blueprint. For now, that's not available, but that's all for Celeste. And since she's a blueprint goddess, then I'm sure that everything will be alright. This should actually be the first chrysanthem, but let's rename this down one. I really need better names, but let's call it just /_b for now. Check out selected. And you should be one actually. It's already available because redirectors. Okay, that's the basic one we need. Let's try this again. Fuck's sake, perforce. I'm not allowed to touch the blueprint. Let's try this again. I know I should name the change listings properly, but since it's just me and Celeste working on it, it should be fine. There we go. Yeah, I love Perforce. I mean, initially I did not really like it, because it is a few extra buttons whenever you save content and whatever, but after using it for quite a while, I tend to prefer it personally over Git and SVN. But coal wine. I know what you mean, but how to explain this? Isn't that that sound you have at the moment, Bartosz, where you're because of your new GPU or whatever, there's this weird static noise in the background, that kind of thing, right? Okay, well, that one is very simple. It's done. Yeah, or basically anything with a high amount of voltage, right? It's also why you have this buzzing sound near generators and that kind of stuff. Like a few blocks away in a field, there's this power thing. And basically, what's it called? It's not a generator, but it's a lot of connections come together. And whenever you get there, you have this very weird static sensation. And yeah, and you have it with your new 1080. Oh man, that sucks. And Bartos cannot record any sound video from Unreal Engine 4. Man, if you're a sound designer, yeah, transistor, that's the word. If you are actually a sound person and your 1080 is giving you the whole color line, oh my god. So basically, whenever you're recording, you want to go back to your CPU rendering. I need to duplicate this one again and call it O2. And now comes the fun part. Boring, but fun part. Let's see, I need to disable these for now. And actually open these. It's core explode, right? Yeah. I renamed them, but I don't really need to, because that will do only half of an effect, like this. The normal one will explode in all radiuses, all angles, but this one only does half of it. So you can combine two of those halves, create a multiple, oh my god, my English today, multitude of effects. But it says whenever I'm recording, I need to clean all my recordings from the noise. Oh man. Problem is that I have a PCI sound card which is right next to the GPU. Jesus, man. I wonder what you can do about that to decrease the coil line. Okay, I'm gonna find this in the content browser, and then I'm gonna right click on this one, emitter, export emitter, and now it's available here. Now the core explode is there. I'm removing this one and moving this to the left, and there you have it. I have an explosion. Now this is really cool, because if I have another effect, which is not a color but not a trail, I can put it on the other half and create an effect that has been seen on a lot of the new generation of Firework. Let me see if I can actually show you people on YouTube. History. I've been watching so much fireworks explosion stuff lately, and a lot of game drums, but so I need to scroll through a lot of content. And more content. I think by now it's probably easier for me to just Google fireworks and find the right thing in one go, because I'm gonna give it 2 more scrolls. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, well, I'm gonna just Google it then. Where is it? There was this showcase of new generation fireworks, and it had that effect, but obviously when you were looking for it, then not that one. Obviously I can't find it whenever I want to show it. Frick me. Yeah, blow your hand off. Nah, I can't find it because reasons. It always hits up first whenever I'm on YouTube itself, but when I need to find it, then Let's see in the watch it again section, maybe. Obviously it's in chronological order. Oh man. Let's see. This is so frustrating. Whenever you need something really... I think it was that one. Or... oh. That's the effect. Let's see. Kirkland Ghost, yada yada. Okay, here we go. This is a really cool effect. That. And I think with the new setup for the blueprints that Celeste is going to do, I can actually make this work properly. And that's really cool. Okay. Looking for 5 minutes just to show something really simple like this. I should not do that. Anyways, look up Firework because it's actually quite interesting for learning particles. Okay, that was another one done. I don't want to save these constantly. Okay, let's get Crescentum 3 going. It keeps opening my wrong screen. And get the backup here. That one needs to go, and then there's the one. Need to rename them, but on this effect we'll do this. Which is quite a different take on the effect. Right mouse click, export emitter. Now it should be available here. I'm gonna delete the first one again and move this to the left. There we go. And another effect done. Now I'm gonna add some vector field stuff later to it, which is gonna be quite some work, but just to make sure that everything is reacting to some kind of fake wind, fake turbulence. That will add an additional nice feeling to the whole thing. From top down, it's actually like this. And we can rotate it in Blueprint, of course. Duplicate again for 4. And then we have this one. It should be quite clear what it does. It's in a more normal version of that previous explosion. Well, it might need a little bit more. Oh, well, not that. I think it was this one that I need to tweak a bit. With a bit more depth. 90 maybe. Yeah. There will be some more tweaking later, but okay. Here we go. I think we have one more for this. Back to the content browser. I can already delete the core one here. And this was a half a cylinder effect actually. If I'm correct. I think it was x-axis that the previous one had, right? Positive x. Okay. That's the one. Hey, Fakado. Nigel says it looks like a jellyfish. Fakado says this looks pretty. Thank you. And again, we can rotate this in Blueprint. Okay, now those are done. This whole backup one is actually pointless now, but there was the 1B one, which is going to be, how would you call this? Clusters, I think. If something explodes and multiple things come out of there that explode as well, you could call that a cluster bomb, right? And one of my favorite songs of all time, well, song, chiptune track thing. More Googling. Cluster bomb. Not cluster but cluster bomb. A bomb which releases a number of projectiles on impact. Yeah, that's basically the effect that I'm going to go for with this. Pew, pew, pew. Delete all the other ones. Core explodes, core spark, just sparks one. Second explodes, second dot, second, yeah. Bumplets, is that how you call them? Okay. Oh, what a cute little bumplet. It sounds too cute for what it does, actually. I also made a trail bow, by the way, or rainbow, that changes color over time. And I need to add that to all the other effects as well eventually. But it's now possible to make YMCA kind of fireworks as well. I think the blueprint has updated automatically for me renaming this stuff. So let's see. Oh. Let me change some things to there. 3, 100. And there. And this is something you can just keep watching. It's just so much fun. Okay, I'm not sure why those green ones are really big all of a sudden. In some cases, need to double check that. Yeah, sometimes the lifetimes of those second dot ones is a bit off. That's weird. Yeah, come on, shoot and explode and yeah, okay. Initial size of these should be a little bit smaller, I think. And Nigel says, that's cool as hell. And Fakado goes, wow. Or wow, depending on his voice. But okay, let's try one of the other effects inside the blueprint. Celeste will kill me for actually changing this, but where is it in the event graph? I think. Keep forgetting the blueprint one. There we go. That's the one. Let's get the first one. Now I cannot wait to add sound to this as well, because the sound. I'm not Fireworks, I cannot make those sounds, of course, but that will add so much to it. That will make me really happy. Okay, I can keep watching that over and over again. Okay, let's try one of the other ones. Chrysanthemum 2, I think. I need better names for this, because else Celeste will kill me, but... Oh well, there's no auto rotation yet, so everything will just blast to one side. Only half the fireworks or half the money. Yeah. Enough playing around with that. Now I need to do some boring tweaking. Which means I basically need to open all these, besides the cluster, which I already prepared. I think Chrysanthemum was the one I fixed, with a radius of 10 and 200 and 240 for that. So the core explode actually already has it set up properly. So I could just there, and that should actually do it already. Yeah. How about the velocity? Did I fix that as well? 40 and 20 actually. Make it go up a little bit more. This core spark is just there for the idea that there's an explosion going. It's just a little thing that's spamming a lot of them, but it just adds a lot to the believability, even if you barely see it if the actual explosion is going off. But it really sells the core explosion. Okay, I need to do this quite a few times. Especially with the cylinder, that's going to be fun. We do this 10. The thing is with the way I use the velocity scale, that there's a lot of difference between 10 and 30, as you can see. So I need to counter that by increasing this value there. Hey Vardacrom, how are you? I think this time there are actually more people watching on YouTube, or at least more people are talking on YouTube. Yeah, there are 10 people watching on Twitch and 9 people on YouTube. I should add the other thing to what's called beam. Yeah. I think with this explosion it might start a bit high. How would I be able to fix that? Yes, I'm working on Fireworks. I might need to scale this a little bit in Blueprint. Okay, next one. It will be really cool to have an additional one. Basically, in the blueprint, you will be able to merge fireworks. And to have this edge going off first, and then in the center have this more orb-shaped explosion going on. That will be really cool. Hey, BJS Freaked, also on YouTube. Hello. He says, finally able to watch one of your streams. Greetings. Hello. Okay. I think this is the last one I need to set. And then we can go off and make a few more kind of effects. And I got a really cool idea for one, so maybe I should just do that one next. Which is gonna be overkill, but a few of the effects will be cool. Actually, there's no one mesh in it so far, Nigel. Who asked, are there any mesh-based? Though I might do it later on, where you basically emit the particles on top of a mesh. That would be cool. And then go boom, Luos, that kind of stuff. Hey, hit pause. I've always wondered, hit pause. He's actually on Twitch. Your name. If you're playing with a buddy and he just asks you to hit pause because you need to have hit pause, would you get confused? Oh man, hit pause. What? You know? Okay, that one is done as well. Colors and that kind of stuff will be later. I said yes. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the velocity of some of these. 40 and 20. And I probably also missed that on this one. And also on this one probably. Yes, because I'm done. Okay, that was Chrysanthemum 3. Let's actually watch that in a blueprint. Oh, that looks quite cool. That's actually how I got my name, says Hitboss, from Street Fighter 2 couch tournaments on the Super Nintendo. People would interrupt my combos by pausing and unpausing, so all my friends would yell, "Hit boss!" whenever I jumped in. Oh my god, really? Did you see my fireworks? I have it downloadable. No, I did not see your fireworks. Do you have a link? I definitely want to check it out so I can copy and steal from it. Luos, you need super fireworks that hit the apex of its flight, spawns more upwards, then blow at the apex of their flight. Yeah, I actually want to do that. There's going to be an option where you can have multiple explosions during the trail going upwards. So, badoof, 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 and that kind of stuff. And we're also going to add clusters inside the blueprint that will cluster out more trails that have their own explosions. And if you want, you can have those explode with trails and have their, and basically make an infinite amount of booms. At least that's the idea. I hope that's also going to be the goal. Okay, let's do this again. it's remarkable how well GPU particles work because it's still 100, close to 120 frames per second, even when you're spamming this many. And I'm rocking a 780, not even a 1080 or whatever. Let's see how far we can push it. This might actually give a dent in my GPU though, but barely actually. Okay, let's make something totally different particle-wise. I am gonna duplicate. Do I want the crescendo to be? I'm thinking which kind of shape would be best for the effect that I want. I think actually cylinder. I think crescendo 3 or 4 was it, right? Yeah, so let's use the crescendo 4 as a base. Be there and open over. Actually, let's go a little bit further than that, Nigel. Let's be daring and do 0.01 delay. Okay. Good night, sweet CPU prince. You know, for the short amount of frame rate loss that is, it would actually be feasible on PlayStation 4 Pro, I think. And somebody called me. Missed call. Okay. I need to call my dentist because they apparently messed up my address. This will only take a few minutes, so apologies for that, but I really need to do that because it's important. It also kind of makes sense why I haven't gotten any nodas. Oh, microphone there. Sorry about that. I'm back. Test? Yeah, that's better. Well, I'm glad I could watch the stream, says Pavle. Okay, gotta go. Bye, Pavlev. And I thought my dentist was free for some reason. But apparently, they just messed up some documentation. Funny. Oh yeah, Hippos. I was looking at your link. And he says you can see the fireworks play at 30 seconds mark. Download link in the description. At the 30-second mark, right? Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing I want to set up in the blueprint. At least Celeste is going to set up in the blueprint. Phew. Yeah, that's the thing that's currently not really proper done in my version. That's the spark should go the orb should go longer than the spark trails. That's actually done proper well. Good sense of timing. It was 4, right, with the cylinder. Yeah. Duplicate this and call it no 6 experimental for now. Let's disable these for a second. I don't need these. The dots with the flicker. Spawn is right. The middle initial location is light. The initial size I need to change. Oh, actually, I need to change something in the spawn, I think. Or not? No. First is right. How am I gonna do this properly? Let me think for a second. I've done it before, but it's been a while, so. Oh yeah, I think I need a size by life. Though there's already one here. I'm going to delete that one because I need a new one anyway. And the required node is actually square. So I can also delete the size by speed. And initial size needs to be way bigger. About 40-40 and 60-60 or so. Okay, let's change this. It needs to start invisible, really big, and slowly grow down invisible. Joshi Zombie on Twitch says, good morning. Good morning, Joshi. It's almost, well, it's 3:30 here, but yeah. Anyways, sorry, Hippos, we're not really going into the particle effect you did. I think it's actually really well done. Yes, you were right that the trail needs some bit of work, but the way you did the dots that still stay when the trail is disappearing is really well done. I totally messed it up, and I only realized when looking at your video. Oh, I'm getting a call again. Hello. So, oh man. I have a fun particle challenge for you if you want it. Spreading fire. Particles only. That's really hard, though not too impossible. I can actually show you something that might give you an idea on how to approach it. I'm not going to go totally into it, I don't have the time, but remind me in a few minutes, because I need to set the size for this properly now. Let's go with size 2 for this, and then at 0.1 seconds is normal size, and then at the end, there. You've done it before. Oh, okay. Maybe a bit bigger in the beginning. Maybe a few less spawns. Let's say 50, 16. It possesses very simple event generator linking, but it's fun. Yeah, that's the thing. In 4.13 that I'm using at the moment, event generation is quite broken. So I need to go back to 4.12, make something there, and then convert it to 4.13. So I cannot even show you that properly in this version of the engine. Okay, the spawn here can also be a bit lower. I think 4K even. It gives a better fading effect. Yeah, to give you an idea on what the problem is with 4.13, in the spawn rate, you actually need to have one particle spawned either through burst or through the spawn rate, else anything from the event generation does not work. And that's really, really annoying. Yes, I have tried 4.15. I personally really like it, and the amount of changes I need to do personally on my particles was very minimal. So the only thing that gave me a little bit of headache was the new bloom, but just up the bloom a little bit and it looks like the old school stuff if you wanted to. Okay, let's enable this one again now. And those spawns can also be a bit lower, I think. And let's fix it with the trail stop taking too long. Still a bit too long, but I can up the lifetime of these a little bit maybe. Let's do 1.5 at least. I don't like the fading out of that either. Might need to tweak that as well. And Nigel waves. Actually, these can stay just as long, I think. Yeah, good enough for now. Yeah, the other one, basically the fire thing you mentioned, that would actually be fun to make for a particle fireworks effect as well. Let me check that. This was 06, right? Yeah. Let me place it into this thing for a second, see how that works. Fireworks. No, not the trail. I need to set it back to a normal scale, else things explode. Literally. Okay, there. Okay. The whole trail dot thing I'm gonna do later. Particles. How would I approach this? Let's just start with a new emitter for now. Expanding fire. If I would do this and without the whole event generation thing, because it's a bit messy. Well, I like this music. I'm gonna go for the next one. There. This looks really nice on my projector, Luos. Oh, cool. Make a video of it of you watching that on your projector. I can even actually show you with just these particles, I think. Let's kill the industrial velocity for now. And get a cylinder going. Location cylinder. I'm gonna spawn a shitload more. Apologies for my English. Okay, it's spawning 2000 now, and let's get the cylinder. Oh wait, the coordinates. Emitter duration of, let's say, 10 seconds. Then we go to the cylinder, and the start radius will be a constant curve between 2 points, and there. And now combine it with surface only. It's a bit stuttery for some reason, I'm not sure why. Why are you stuttering? Maybe that's why. Though it would be nice if you had some additional noise, but if you want to have an expanding fire and you have the time, let's say 100 seconds. And now it's slowly growing on you. It's growing on me. Okay. Now you can also obviously kill the surface only, but this will be a very, very, very basic fire thing spawn. Dots, and they need to be only flickering. Where are you? Color scale. Okay, let me lower the time a little bit because this is a bit annoying. And also change that here. That's quite a cool effect, actually. It would look nice on as a kind of fireworks effect. Needs to be faster, of course, but so let's make it faster. I think 2 seconds is more than enough, but though maybe a sphere will look better. Let me try. I can obviously do both, but not the seed one. Again! It's There we go. And Galidid says nice. Okay, constant curve. There we go. Now I'm gonna do this uniformly. So let's try 1 and 5. So that might be a bit overkill. The core almost looks like it's gonna come into my face. No, there's no drag yet. That might be a thing. Acceleration, drag. And do a uniform between 1 and 2. Now this slows down the thing massively. Like if you do 100, then you can definitely see that it's stopping almost instantly. If you do minus 100, it's shooting out like a freaking big bang. Now this can also be fun. I'm just gonna give a nice example with the constant curve. It might be handier with a burst. Let me duplicate this real quick and show it in a burst setup. Okay, there are now 1,000 being bursted at once. And let's do a constant curve with the drag. I'm gonna add 2 points at 0.1 second, I think. Actually at 0, at the beginning of birth, the drag is minus 100. At the end of that lifetime, just before that, 0.75 of the lifetime, the drag is actually really high. You need to find the right spot though. Minus 100 might actually be too high. Just 1,000 maybe, even higher. Okay, that's totally messing stuff up. Okay, it's close, getting close. 2,000 maybe. Okay, 2,500. It's tweakable. I've only done it a few times, but oh. Let's try it a bit more sophisticated first then. Minus 2 and 10. 1. Jesus, normally it works in one go, and now if I want to show you guys then. Come on. Let's try 0.5 then. And 100. It's getting there-ish. And then, what was it called? An attraction? Hello, Blueprint Games. Yeah, that's better. Zoom. Let's see if I can get this right. Almost there. Okay, the expanding part is still a bit too high though. No. There we go. That's kind of effect that I actually wanted to create. Finally. This looks so nice and unstable. Now we could try and actually get it to work on velocity as well. Size by velocity, by speed. I'm actually making fireworks, but I ended up goofing off again, so. Okay, anyways, back to what I was doing. Okay, it needs to loop only once. And let's see, what else do I need? I might actually need to speed it up a little bit more because it needs to be an explosion. It needs to be fast. It needs to be quite impactful. Now, obviously there's going to be gravity, so I need a constant acceleration. And as you can see, some is actually instantly falling, and some still has some velocity going on. I'm also going to need to change the lifetime. That's 0.5 to 1. Now we can try to do the same with the velocity again, and the velocity by size by velocity. This looks okay-ish. What else do I need to change? The initial size. This could be about 30. And it would look on the sphere section, it would look way weird actually, the cylinder one. That's, oh wait, it doesn't have velocity on yet and no surface thing. How did I set it here? 1 to 5. Okay. As you can see, with some simple tweaks with cylinder, sphere, you get a totally different effect, and that's what I really like about these initial location nodes. You can even combine the two, and then you'll get something like this. Then you can also change, I'm going to show you another example. If you do the constant curve again with the velocity, you can do something like this. The initial velocity is quite low, but over time, more particles are getting faster and faster. So you get this nice explosion ring. And that can look really cool for some kind of magic effect. And obviously if you want to go crazy, then and we made a sun. It's so fun. This is why I like working with particles. Just a small tweak and you get something totally different that might look cool in a totally other situation. start height. Okay, bounds, I need to set those. 1, 2, 3, minus a million, minus a million. Because fireworks. Hello? Oh, I thought somebody entered the house, but no. That would be scary freaky, because I didn't expect anybody. It's just missing 2 features for me to go absolutely nuts on particles. Mask-driven emission and surface attraction. I think the PEX one actually has that. There's basically a template for all you need to make any kind of particle system inside of VFX. Yeah, I do generate some stuff in 3ds Max, but sadly you're often limited to only vertex animation or flipbooks. Yeah, I hope Niagara has that. Any suggestion you have, you should place on the suggestions thread. Let me get it for you. There. Any suggestions for Niagara? Just post them there. Who knows? I'm hoping still that it will add some cool stuff to that. I don't think you posted there yet. Mercury, Crier, Ganama. Okay. Now we got this one going. We'll need some tweaks in later on, but it actually looks quite nice already. I do want some normal fizzle kind of effect, and I think I'm actually gonna rip that from one of the other effects. This one has it, right? Firework sparks. No, that's not the one, I think. Or is it? Oh yeah, it is actually. Okay. Need this one and export the emitter. And now for the spawning, that should all be fine. Most of it should be fine, and then I need to bring over this cylinder, I think. That required node is obviously off. Oh. I might need to tweak it because I haven't seen it in viewport. And there are a few other things are off as well. I need to change the drag. What else? Scale, constant acceleration. Okay, that might be a bit overkill. I need to massively lower the spawn count there. And the initial velocity should be killed as well. There. Nope. Now let's disable the cylinders and enable the spheres for a second. And combine both. Bit chaotic, but okay, it's fun. Let's for funsies check it out on the blueprint. Was it already the experimental one? Or was it the expanding fire? That was the one, right? Yeah. Okay, I have no idea if this will work properly, but... Oh yeah, from a distance that looks way better. Okay, another cool thing of this blueprint is it's not totally done yet, but I think it should be here. Or not. Or maybe Shell did not push that yet. I don't think she has pushed it yet. Okay. Anyways, her version actually has an array where you can set up like shoot 5 now, shoot 3 now, shoot 5 now. And with the combination of C, that's actually quite cool. Horizontal offset, 2000. I have no idea what this will do, by the way. It might shoot downwards. Oh. Okay, that's funny. And obviously we need to test it with a very low value. Because why not? Okay. Yeah, I can totally dig that. I'm also going to duplicate this and add the sphere version instead. Fardercrom says, with Niagara on the horizon for quite a while now, I mean using Cascade more often than my front door. Well, it has been on the horizon for a while now, definitely. And I've heard some rumors that we shouldn't expect too much for Niagara this year. At least for not for the beginning of this year. But there were also rumors that said 2017 will definitely be a good year for VFX. Oh, did I wrote that? I totally forgot about that, man. For I'm using, and actually I am using Cascade way more than my front door. Which kind of actually kind of says that I'm a hermit, but I am, so that's fine. Okay, smoke particle. They did hit pause. They did announce Niagara the first year, but they, from what I heard, they changed it quite a few times, and resources management changed a lot. So it will be done when it's done, I guess. And I'd rather have them take their time and get the best system ever than a very clunky, buggy one. Okay, this is the other setup with the spheres, and that will put a bit more like this. I mean, I remember actually talking at GDC with one of the particle guys back then, and yeah, sadly the things happen. Apologies. Okay, we can do better than that. Let's add a few more as well. Okay, that went off a bit weird. I think it's hitting the GPU limit actually, the amount of particles allowed to be rendered, which is why you have this weird delay. Then again, for the Chrome asks, do you think they will do something a bit like Houdini, procedural animation? I have no idea. I wish I had more time to play with Houdini. How can I explain this best? I hope they look at both the way Unity does their particle systems, CryEngine does the particle systems, and add Cascade, of course, in addition to how particle systems were set up in VFX, Houdini, even Blender. Blender actually has an amazing particle system built in. And if they look at that and take the best from each of those things and some of the worst things, because you occasionally also need some of the worst stuff to make really cool stuff, then Niagara can be Niagara. In Dutch it's Niagara, but we can have some really cool stuff to play with. I personally hope there's, even though there should be a code-based part where you can still add custom code, whatever, I do hope it's going to be a very visible node-based thing that will make me really happy for years to come. I think this is just within the threshold. Niagara. Niagara! That sounds like some Egyptian warlord. I'm the queen of the Nile, and he is Niagara. 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 Yeah, and the Dutch is like oh my god, I can't even pronounce the Dutch one because if you look at the word too long, it loses all meaning. Niagara or Niagara. I wonder if I think it's possible, though. You should maybe make a hook of it to use a sound input device as well. It's named after Niagara Falls. Well, not only that, but the previous thing is Cascade, which is just a cobbling water. So that's why they call this Niagara. And I think the one before Cascade was called River or something from 2003, I think. I'm not sure anymore, but that was also water-ish name. I don't have it. No. Picture part of it. I'm looking for it, but not sure if I can find it. Particle salamanders, particle radiators. Oh my god, this is old. Particle salamanders and particle radiators are powerful tools that can be used for a variety of effects and functions within the game. You've only scratched the surface on possibilities with the effects in Unreal 2. The particle system setup is all controlled through editing properties. We chose to put our time into functionality rather than making it pretty, so there's a little idiot proofing in the system. There's very little idiot proofing, okay. Particle salamanders. These generators emit a cone that can be specified into a full sphere. These generators emit from the surface of a golem mesh. This was written back in the day when YouTube was not a thing. And too much text that I'm not going to repeat. Bendy beam template, line manager, particle decal system, point particle system, pulse line, recursive. Strand particle system, streak for naked particles. Wet windshield particle template. Torquin, oh my god, I wonder how he's doing. Torquin is basically, was a god back in the day. He made some really cool stuff for the old editors. Yeah, okay, I'm goofing off, sorry about that. I'm basically done for today mostly, so. Anything else I can do real quick? No. Not really, I think. At least not with this setup here. Yeah, I think with no, let's set up a rainbow real quick. The normal chrysanthemum. Duplicate dot rainbow dot flicker rainbow and dot sparks. Do I not have a sparks rainbow? Okay. Sparks. Create material instance. Sparks rainbow, I think. Huh? Oh, wrong name. There. And then rename it in here because it should be a material instance. Color overlay needs to be changed, of course, because that can now just be a constant of 1. And same with this one. It might be nice if it changes color a bit faster though. Let's see to that. Let's do it in the main material function to do it a little bit faster. It's already quite fast though. Let's double check it in here first before I start tweaking things that might not need tweaking. Also get the trail bow there. Okay, that looks a bit odd. Also, I should not spam this many. Okay, And I need to definitely tweak something in the material. I'm gonna do that properly. I think an add would do properly on that. That way it's never the full color, I think. I also need one for Fireworks material. Okay, let's see it now. And the panning is actually too fast from this distance. That needs to change, and use change should also be slower. Let's see how this will look. Yeah, that's way better. I don't know what it is with Firework, but I can just keep watching it. Let's do a quite fast one again. And let's increase the horizontal value to do something cool as well. It might be a bit too bright though. But that's tweakable, of course. Pew, 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 pew. Okay. Yeah, okay, enough playing around, playing about. I need to slowly start cooking foods. And afterwards I might be back. Go for my watch a movie though. Okay, yeah, I thank you all for watching and for asking questions and conversing with me. Definitely do it again. Yeah, everybody take care and have a nice day.